you wish to feel the breeze against your skin, perhaps the coolness of the seas, you shall writhe from such sensations, I assure you.
Does seem that way.
The more you slay your enemies, my kin, the stronger the bond between us, I think. Can you not feel it too? Though perhaps your lust for blood overpowers your other senses,
After some consideration and on your recommendation, I attempted waiting to make contact with the goddess Nyx again. She is quite distant from me now, of course. If you happen to know, did she receive the message well? Respond.
Well, Master Chaos, she can be a little difficult to read at times, but I got the impression she was quite surprised, even excited to have heard from you again. She said that she would think about how to respond, or whether to respond.
I see. Well, she shall find a way if it is warranted. I always did expect the world from her. There were times when I expected her to shine as bright as day, though she is night. When she achieved a certain level of ability, she left, and I could not find her.
Your struggles have not gone unnoticed, cousin, so take heart. Eternity awaits you once you finally break free. You'd choose one of my relatives instead of me, though I myself was first to contact you. Alas, I must respond to you in kind.
So that's the way it is then.
I would very much prefer to think we both know better than to let old grudges stew forever, Exagryph.
Fan!
I have returned. Got little Mort with you there, huh? Well, there's no need to summon me this time.
I bet Tisiphony's up. Guess not.
I gotta ask, how come you keep on showing up, Redblood? I thought you would have had enough beatings by now.
Well, you know, I've come to enjoy these visits with you so much, Electo, that I've made it something of a regular routine. Form good habits and then stick to them, I say.
You call this a good habit, huh? Maybe for me it is. Well, come here all you like, and I will be here waiting every single time. About once every 3 times, anyway.
All these river denizens you've caught, little Hades, it can only mean we share a deep connection, don't you think? I with my power over the entire vastness of the seas, and you with the power to ensnare a hapless fish with but a flick of the wrist.
Hark, young man, for I've a vision I must share with you. A waking phrase for Exagryph, to be precise. Please beseech the weapon thus. I see your prideful fall down from the heavens to the flames. An odd connection to a past or future bearer, apparently one who defied a god.
Wanted to let you know my sister Artemis is out looking for you. You should be running into her any chamber now.
Well, look at you with Exagryph, the Rail of Adamant. Seems much too noisy complicated as a hunting weapon when you could just use a nice quiet bow, but hey, to each her own.
Never quite considered. You're related to the gods upon Olympus, aren't you, stranger? I should be far more careful around you.
What do you mean by that, sir? Though, yes, my father being who he is, it means I have a lot of uncles, cousins, and the like up on the surface there.
Well, you would be wise to watch yourself with some of them, I think. Don't get on anyone's bad side if you can help it. Which, when I yet lived, none of us could.
A challenger! I always shall rise up to thwart your wicked plans, monster!
Truer words have not been spoken, mate.
Your boatman there is a reliable deliverer of death, it seems. And that makes 3 of us, I think.
Princess Agrias once more offers to Cerberus one of his favorite sacks.
See you, boy. Crisp, cold air.
you have circumvented all of my security measures again. But can you get through me?
The clever-minded prince again eluded certain death, up to a certain point, but then, predictably, made one of his fatal mistakes again.
Why you?
Hypnos, you're not irreplaceable, you understand? If you don't shape up quickly, someone else is going to have your job.
Oh, I hear you loud and clear, Thanatos. And let me tell you, they will have the greatest job in all the underworld.
I feel like I'm not getting through to you, brother. Well, after the inevitable happens, don't come telling me I didn't try.
Don't worry, I won't.
I just got back shortly before you did.
I always fancied Thanatos, you know. So put together and everything. I'm pleased to see you've grown so close. Things good between you two?
They are. Thank you, Mother. Hits the spot, doesn't it, boy? I know you're caught up in the middle of all this and having to weigh your loyalties more than you'd like. I'm sorry we're putting you through this.
The Underworld Prince's next attempt to bribe the monstrous triple-headed hellhound into further liking him proves once again successful, as the kingly gift of heavenly ambrosia is beyond compare.
You had enough to eat lately, haven't you, boy?
Cerberus is comfortably at rest, observing all.
So help me, boy, I cannot fathom why you would have bought back the authority to enter the administrative chamber once again.
I knew you thought I'd never do it under any circumstances, Father. That seemed reason enough. Though fear not, I've no plans to reapply for a position there.
That does alleviate a deeply rooted fear of mine, in fact. The scene you caused in your brief time there yet remains a widely talked about event among the shades who toil for me still.
I'll be sure to say hello. Orpheus, you said that it was one of life's injustices that Eurydice doesn't get her fair share of the credit for the songs she wrote. Isn't there something we can do?
Why, I don't know, my friend. Once people set their minds to certain things, it can be difficult to show them other possibilities exist. What's to be done?
I don't know. Tell them they're wrong? Politely, perhaps not. Or tell them what's right. Get the word out about what's right? Can't we do that?
Get the word out? But I am court musician of this house. My songs no longer reach too many ears. Although, I do suppose all of these shades about, they are my audience as well. I shall make certain that they know whose songs I sing.
Then word will spread. I'm sure of it.
I know what must be done regarding Chaos and myself, my child. It is not often that I ask for your assistance, but I need for you to do something for me, if you would hear me out.
Of course, Nyx. Anything. What can I do?
In the administrative chamber, you perhaps recall the eldest sigil there. Through it, we have access directly to the darkest reaches of the realm, but not to Chaos anymore. Not currently. Though this is solvable, I think.
Wait, the sigil? But I'm not authorized to use it. It's never worked for me, and I have even less authority around here now.
That you are stripped of your authority is what makes this possible at all. It shall require a significant expenditure of darkness. Then the bridge to Chaos may be restored, so that I might travel again to visit them. Will you bring darkness to the sigil for me, please? When possible.
I'll do everything I can. Hey, maybe you can put in a request with the house contractor for me. Make it official, right?
So shall it be.
Appreciate your patience.
You're back. Ambrosia. You know the penalty for attempting to sway an overseer of the House of Hades with foreign contraband, don't you?
I can't entirely say I do. Though if it involves lashings and whatnot, I already get more than my share of that, so figured I would take the risk. So what do you say?
I say hand over the damn bottle. I'll see that it's disposed of properly. Now, as for you, you wouldn't know who misplaced something like this, would you? On my authority as overseer, hang on to it. Though if you tell so much as anyone.
What? Wow. I'll cherish her.
So you cleared out some of the satyr infestation near the surface then? How come the change of heart? Not like you to assist Lord Hades in such things.
I wasn't trying to do my father any favors, Meg. Those satyrs seem to hate me just as much as him. My one way out involves a detour straight into their dens.
An interesting coincidence. At any rate, that's one less problem for the rest of us to deal with. Until the satyrs all come back at least, which won't be long.
I suppose not. You know, Skelly, I still cannot entirely get over that whole permanently kill you stunt you pulled on me. You had me deeply worried for a while, all for just a laugh.
Yeah, that's right. Not exactly much to do here, in case you hadn't noticed recently. Good thing I'm able to stay occupied with intellectual pursuits.
That's what you call it, then? In any case, I did want to make sure. Are you sure that you're alright having to stand around like this?
You kidding, pal? This is the life. Imagine getting paid to stand around and being pals with you.
Well, great, I guess. Skelly, is it really true you don't want to talk about how you got here? Just curious who you used to be, what you were like, your real name.
Hey, what makes you think this isn't my real name, pal? I'm offended.
Sorry, what I meant was, I was just interested to get to know you better, after all you've done to help. Anything you can share? Trade you for a detail about me.
Well, all right. I was once a commander of men. Name of Skelemius, captain of the Cretan Second Fleet, sailing on Athens under King Minos. We were unstoppable. But then one day, one wrong turn, and we sailed straight into the waters of Charybdis.
Skelly, that's incredible. So then, you and your crew, you perished at sea?
Boy, yo, you were something else, you know. All that Skelemius stuff, I could have had you eating out of my hand for days.
Oh, I get it. You got me. Fine then, Skelemius, but I don't appreciate the trick.
Oh, but I do.